Hey guys, my name is Asperchova, and welcome to a little bit of a different video on the channel today. Yes, I know it is still FIFA, but today we're going to be seeing what a team would do with £1 billion, euros, whatever. In this case it's dollars just because I set it to that, but we're going to be seeing what a team, specifically Hannover 96 in this case, can transform this squad into with $1 billion. As you can see here, here's our transfer budget. 1 billion, that's about the biggest wage budget I could get without it going down to 988 million. So, there is our wage budget, there's our transfer budget, and now, basically, we're going to have to make a bunch of signings in order to make this Hannover team good, and hopefully, I think I'm only going to do one season for this first experiment at least, and then, if you guys do enjoy it, I will make future videos on this concept. So, I'm going to go find a bunch of players that we can scout and sign, and I will be back with you in a bit, and we'll see how the negotiations go. Alright guys, so I found the first three players that I want to sign. Those three players being Briel Mbolo, Gabriel Jesus, and Matthias de Ligt. So now we're going to go in for all three of these players and see if we can get some good offers for them. As you can see, not the best decision. All three of these players are pretty young, even though this is only going to be a one-season simulation. They'll progress over the season, but probably the next few signings are going to be a bit older just because we need quality now instead of quality later. Alright guys, we have reached an agreement for Matthias de Ligt, 28.8 million with a 7% sell-on clause. So there we go. Now all you have to do is get him to sign a contract. And there we go. The first signing in this billion-dollar project, Matthias de Ligt signed for Hannover, and as you can see here, $30,000 per week. Welcome to Hannover, Matthias de Ligt. We have also reached an agreement for Briel Mbolo of Schalke. We're going to accept that $29.8 million to bring in the young Swiss man. I'll just get a contract done. And guys, here we go. Welcome to the club, Briel Mbolo. Very decent signing here. Let's get him into the squad. Alright guys, here we go. Gabriel Jesus will hopefully be joining for $100 million a week with a 10% sell-on clause. I accidentally said $100 million a week. I meant $100 million, $100 million in a 10% sell-on clause, excuse me. And then here are his final wage demands. So welcome to Hannover 96, Gabriel Jesus, young Brazilian superstar, joining the German side. Now here is a bit of a shocking transfer. We have bought David De Gea from Manchester United for $111.2 million from Manchester United. David De Gea, the Spanish international. Biggest signing yet for Hannover, but we've spent more than $300 million already, and we're still in the first day of the transfer window. I know you can get all the transfers done in one day, but still, he is injured for 0 days apparently. I don't know what kind of glitch that is, but welcome to Manchester United, David De Gea. And yet another huge signing here. We have signed Marcelo from Real Madrid for $69.9 million. 30-year-old Brazilian left back joining us up for this season. He's going to provide us some new depth. He's going to be taking over the starting left back position. But welcome to Hannover 96, Marcelo. And yet another big name signing here is we have signed Douglas Costa from Bayern Munich for a bit inflated, I must say, $57 million. Yet another Brazilian joining the club, and in my opinion, he's one of the fastest, it's not even my opinion, he's one of the fastest players in the whole game. In my opinion, he is probably top 3 favorite players to use in seasons. If you guys play the seasons mode online against other people, he is absolutely overpowered in either Brazil or for Juventus. So yeah, absolutely great signing here. Welcome to Hannover, Douglas Costa. We have a new record transfer fee. N'Golo Kante has joined Hannover for $121.8 million and a $300,000 a week contract. Welcome to Hannover, N'Golo Kante. The huge signings just do not stop coming. We have now signed Sergio Busquets for his release clause, $93.3 million from FC Barcelona, $280,000 a week here at Hannover. He's getting up there in age, but you know what? We'll need him for the season, so it'll be okay. So welcome to Hannover, Sergio Busquets. And probably the last signing that I'm going to make, at least for this first transfer window. We have signed Joshua Kimmich from Bayern Munich for his release clause yet again, $64.7 million. And, well, let me just say, this is a steal. He is the best potential right back in the whole game. Already 86 rated at 23, just absolutely brilliant. Didn't overpay for him too much, I don't think. So, welcome to Hannover from Bayern Munich, Joshua Kimmich. So guys, this is what our squad now looks like now that we have completed 10 signings. The only player that is not replaced in the start, or 9 signings actually. The only players that we didn't replace were Bebu and Salif Sane, I believe is his name. So, Gabriel Jesus and Bolo starting up top, Douglas Costa, Bebu on the flanks, and then Busquets, if I can get to him, Busquets and Conte in the CDM roles, Marcelo, Salif Sane, Matthijs de Ligt, Joshua Kimmich in defense, and then the legendary David De Gea in goal. Our bench is basically just all the players that were relegated to the substitutes after we brought in all of these wonderful players. So, I'm now going to simulate to January, and we're going to see how we're doing then. And if needed, we're going to bring in even some more signings, even though we only have about 350 maybe less than that left. But yeah, let's simulate to January. Alright guys, here we are, 1st of January, 2019. So, actually wait, let me clarify something. I don't know if I clarified this in the beginning of the video, I don't think I did. But the reason why we're in 2019 is because I did a money glitch. That's why we have $1 billion, obviously. So, I will leave a link in the description. At the top of the description, you can check it out if you want to how to get $1 billion in career mode. It involves offering players high contracts and then swapping them with other clubs, so then you get rid of their contract money, but then you get to keep it, so it inflates your transfer budget to the frickin' moon. I did it with 3 players, which is why we didn't have 3 players that you would normally see in a Hannover squad. So yeah, they weren't too important players, but they're all at different clubs now. So now that I've explained myself and why we're actually doing this experiment, 1st of January 2019. We only have 1 game this month for some reason against Dortmund at home, but this is the first time I'm going out. Let's see where we are. We still can't beat Bayern, even though we bought Kimmich and Douglas Costa. So Bayern are just too good to be beat, but we are in 2nd place, which is not bad. Let's take a look at some of our emails. I'm just going to delete all these really quickly. Seeing some player injuries. We're losing 10 players. Oh geez, I better sign some of those guys up to contracts, even though it doesn't really matter actually. Probably won't do that, but there we go. Squad. Jesus at an 87 and Bolo is suspended at an 81. Bebu 79. Busquets at an 87. Conte at a 90. So he went up. Marcelo went down a bit. Sane still at an 80. De Ligt went up 1 and Kimmich went up 1. De Gea still rocking that goalkeeper position. So, take a look at the squad hub, see how we are doing. So obviously the best overall is De Gea. Morale's looking pretty good apart from the players that are not playing. So let's go all the way up to the top. Hopefully our players are actually playing. Alright, so our players that we actually bought are playing. That's good to see. Let's see who has the most goals. Douglas Costa has the most goals with 9. Gabriel Jesus only on 2 more. Even Marcelo has more than him. Briel and Bolo following up on 5. And I think Bolo has the most assists, right? Yep, on 4 assists. And then most clean sheets will go to Gabriel Jesus on 8. So, let's see who's grown the most. Not that this really matters or anything, but who's grown the most. Schauner and Marcelo down by 1. And Bolo up by 2. And we're just gonna show you the insane wages that we have to pay for some of these players. So first the value, 90.5 million. De Gea is the highest. Highest the wage is also De Gea at 340k a week. So now we're gonna go take a look at the competitions other than the Bundesliga. So we are in 2nd in the Bundesliga, obviously. 9 wins, 4 draws, 3 losses. Bayern are doing an undefeated run so far. That's looking pretty good. For the DFB Pokal, we are in the quarterfinals. We are still alive after beating Borussia Mönchengladbach 2-0 in the round of 16. We're going up against Schalke. Looks like we're away though, so that's probably not going to go very well since away games are super overpowered in this. But other than that, we're not in the Champions League and we're not in the Europa League either. So now that we've seen that, I don't think I'm gonna need to make any more signings. I think we're going pretty well as is. We're only at 300 million just about. So now we're going to simulate all the way to the end of the season, the 1st of June in 2019. So let's do it. Alright guys, here we are, 1st of June, 2019. Let's back out. That's first thing, check the table, and we do finish in 2nd. Bayern absolutely trounced the league, but 69 points from 34 games is not too shabby. Bayern only lost 1 game the entire season, which is brilliant by their standards. Even by their standards, it's freaking brilliant. Augsburg in the relegation match, and then Nuremberg and Dusseldorf are already relegated down to the Bundesliga 2nd division. So now let's just delete all these stupid emails really quickly. We're not going to need any of these. Alright, now let's take a look at our squad. Jesus and Bolo doing pretty good. Babu up to an 80. Busquets, Conte, Costa. Marcelo keeps going down. Sane, De Ligt up again. Kimmich up again. And De Gea up again as well. And then those are our bench. And then here is all of our reserves, just in case you were wondering. So, now that we've seen that, let's take a look at who won all. Actually, let's simulate a few days in advance. You can see there Neuer winning the Player of the Month. Let's just simulate a few days just so that we can get the Champions League Europa League final away. So obviously Bayern won the Bundesliga. They did the double. They got the DFB Pokal, so we lost 1-0 to Schalke in that leg. It was a bit disappointing. I kept waiting for another DFB Pokal match to pop up, but it never did. So like, yeah, we must have lost. So at least we lost to the team that lost in the final. No, I'm just kidding. I'd prefer to go out to Bayern Munich, but you know what? Bayern done the double so far. Relegation match between Augsburg and was that Ingolstadt? I think it's Ingolstadt. Yet to be played. Cup of Europe won by Manchester United. Wait, so Lazio? Okay, Lazio won the Europa League, and United probably won the Champions League last season. And Bayern could still do the treble. They beat Juventus 5-2, beat Inter Milan 4-1, and beat Spurs 3-2. About the Europa League. Atletico Madrid beat Barcelona in an all-Spanish affair in the Europa League final. And then there's the Copa America over there. So, let's simulate a few days in advance. Let's see if Bayern can win the Bundesliga, the DFB Pokal, and the Champions League for the ultimate treble. Let's see if they can do it. Let's see. They did it! Bayern Munich did the treble. Well, I mean, we did what we could, realistically. This squad is very, very decent. I believe that we assembled a world-class squad here. However, it just wasn't enough in the end. So, not to just round off this episode, let's take a look at the final squad stats. De Gea going up by 1 in the end to be our highest rated player at 93. Who made the most appearances? Tied between De Gea, Jesus, and Douglas Costa on 37. Right, you scored the most goals. Douglas Costa with 16, so we had goals coming in from really these top 5 players. Kimmich also getting up there. Sane, full crew made it quite a few appearances, and De Ligt actually got a goal as well. So, who got the most assists? Kimmich got the most assists. That is a very, very decent right back right there, getting all those assists. Probably crossing into the box, probably onto crossing into our attack is very tall, but I digress. And De Gea actually gets the most clean sheets on tied with Jesus, Douglas Costa, Marcelo, and Kimmich. So that's top 5, all getting 16 clean sheets. And now we're going to go into the attributes. I'm not going to show you the financials since I already showed you those. Marcelo going down by 2 in the end, and Schauner going down by 1. But Mbolo, Jesus, Demir, and Mgahamez all going up by 3. And a bunch of players that we don't really care about going up by 2. Kimmich going up by 2. De Ligt going up by 2. And then Bebu going up by 2. Conte went up by 1. De Gea went up by 1 as well. And then a bunch of players just stayed the same. So, yeah, guys, that is what would happen if Hannover 96 had $1 billion. We actually went up by 4 million in the end. So, they only spent about 700 million of... They're about $700 million out of their $1 billion. So yeah, if you guys do want to see a longer version of this, where maybe we have to win the Champions League or have to win a certain trophy, let me know, and I will do more of these based on how well this video does. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and show your support on this video. And yeah, don't forget to comment to let me know what you thought about this, if this is a stupid idea, if you really like the idea. And also, while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, my name is Marcelo. I'll see you guys next time.